In the case the beach is real and the video pre-recorded, the tattoo on the magician's arm and the photography can be realized 1. By accomplices apparently picked up randomly from the audience. With a bit of rehearsal you can easily throw a ball over your shoulder exactly where you want it to fall, and more if you have several accomplices sitting in the first rows. You can also easily draw always the same initials, T, B, in the same way, and take a photograph in the same posture. 2. Using special effects and video edition, incrusting the initials and the photograph in a state-of-the-art computer movement model that matches perfectly with the magician's arm and his hand where the photo stands on. In the case the beach is a replica, the set must be reproduced in a huge room or a hangar next to the stage where the show is performed so the magician can get there quickly. The magician would be out of breath once there because he'd just run, and you could notice it when he shows his tattooed arm and the photograph. Watch the video of the original performance and you'll see it. Get some exercise, Mr. Magician. The sun will be real as the water, put in a realistic swimming pool and moved with hydraulic machines to achieve realistic waves. The sky would be a realistic painting, such as in the end of the movie The Truman Show. Have a look, a nice movie. The light would be artificial and created by powerful projectors, while in fact the beach would be like these artificial beaches that grew recently in Mexico or Japan. A little private beach in a hangar. In the case of a fake beach, the camera will never show a complete 360 degrees view of the beach, just a small part of it. What is out of the frame doesn't exist. Regarding the apparition of the magician on the beach, several ways could be used. 1. A mirror reflecting the sun, therefore invisible, and behind which the magician would creep to get the sheet and slide himself under it. 2. Some special computer video effects to make him appear and vanish. Or 3. A hidden door under the sand, just under the sheet, in the case of a fake beach of course. The door would be slid on the side so the sun doesn't fall and reveal the door, and the camera would come close quickly when the man shows it for examination, so its frame is inside the edges of the door and the audience cannot see it. Last but not least, the vanishing from the platform. The platform would be shown almost under all angles, and some particular emphasis would be made about how the backside is thin and how there is nothing under and on the sides of the little cage covered by the sheets. But let our common sense talk. The magician must escape from one side of the structure, and if there is nothing in front of it, under, over, or on the sides, what's left? I'm sure you've guessed. The backside. While one more time, the magician deceives the audience doing some mental forcing. He insists on the fact that the platform is just 2 inches thick, indeed, and the platform is actually 2 inches thick, but extensible and flexible. In fact, the material used for the bridge shape construction is a kind of rubber extended on a hollow metallic bridge. That's why the magician prefers to use independent stairs on the side and doesn't go into the cage working on it, since the audience would see the structure is hollow and flexible. And now this is what happens. Once the sheet covers the cage, the magician steps forward out of the pedestal and opens the little platform he was standing on. The little door closes itself alone with a mechanism with spring once the magician gets the hollow platform under the rubber. So when the cage is uncovered, the pedestal is in the same position as before. You'll see the magician leave the cage because the platform bumps. Indeed, his weight is moved from the front of the platform to the back of it. It's physics. With the game of the perspectives and angles, even with the mirror showing the backside of the platform, it is almost impossible for the audience, which is under it or on the sides, to see the magician creeping inside it. The color of the rubber, black, the perspective and the stage that is dimly lit hide the shape of the magician. In order to conceal better the escape, the camera that shoots the performance keeps moving from right to left and never shows the platform from the sides. Besides, it takes only 2 or 3 seconds to the magician to cover the distance of the platform. Once under the rubber, he grips some handle tied to a rope and a mechanism that drags him quickly along the platform and lets him in the hollow structure of the foot of the bridge. Then the magician gets the fake beach by some underground passages or waits while the pre-recorded video is played in a hidden room under the stage.
Magic. We are 2 super skeptics fighting against all kinds of deceivers because physics exists. Physics. Magic. doesn't exist, doesn't exist, doesn't exist. Stop believing.